Welcome to another video, guys. It's 2024. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all the wonderful persons who are seeing this video, all the persons who are watching this video right now. Happy New Year. All the best for 2024. Hope you guys had a fantastic 2023 and is looking forward to even a better 2024. But nonetheless, guys, immigration is a topic that is always continuing. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what are some of the changes that are going to be made to the Canadian immigration space in 2024. And what are some tips, advice, and generally, what are my opinions when it comes on to migrating to Canada in 2024. If this is a topic you're interested in, guys, stick and stay. Welcome back, guys. Before I get into the video, I just want to say huge thank you to all the persons who have subscribed to our channel. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you guys so much for the support. And we look forward to bigger and greater things with you guys. Now, guys, your support is the world to us. It means so much to us. And I'm not just saying that. We really and truly value each and every one of you guys who take the time out to subscribe, like, share, comment on all our videos. It has not gone unnoticed, and we just want to say a huge thank you. If you guys are watching this video and you haven't yet subscribed, please take a second to smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, guys, and welcome to the Andersons family. If you guys are new here, my name is Dems. I'm a Jamaican who migrated to Canada back in 2019, which is quickly becoming a distant past as time move on. We're entering now into 2024. Guys, disclaimer, I'm not an immigration consultant, not an immigration affiliate, work, or anything of the sort. Everything that you hear on this channel is strictly based from my own perspective. I've been going through the process myself as an international student, and I've had many acquaintances of persons who have done their own immigration journey, and we share that on our platform as well. So if you're looking for anything Canada related, this is the space for. Let's get into it, guys. Now, if you guys are following the immigration space, you guys would know that Canada is a very open country when it comes to immigration. However, it simply means that there's a lot of persons who are interested in Canada, just by the fact that it's a pretty flexible and open country when it comes to immigration. Immigration is always changing, right? Now, whatever it was in the past, some things have changed, and whatever it is right now, some things will be changed. So what we're talking about is what is expected in 2024. So let's start with one of the most noticeable change, guys. And this relates to international students already in Canada. In 2021, the government made, or 2022 December, the government made a public policy that allows international students who are already in Canada at that point in time the ability to work excess of 20 hours per week while school is in session. Now, this was a big deal because a lot of international students depend on part-time income to not only live, but also to accumulate enough funds to cover the other year's tuition. Sad to say that that policy will not become extinct at the end of April 2024. It simply means that international students will no longer be able to work more than 20 hours while school is in session. That's the operative part. When school is on break, you can work as much as you want, but when school is in session, you can only work 20 hours per week. Now, that's one of the biggest changes. The other change is as it relates to living expenses. Now, living expenses for an international student prior to January 1st, 2024 was an estimated 10,000 Canadian dollars for a single applicant. That has increased in excess of 100%. A student is now going to be expected to show little less than 21,000 per single applicant. Now, this is going to be a hard uphill battle for a lot of prospective international students. But what is my opinion on this? My opinion on this is, if it's important to you, you'll find a way. Anywhere the money should come from, find it. Because Canada is becoming more expensive, and having that amount of money will only benefit you in the long run when you migrate to Canada. If you guys have been following the news, you would have heard the announcement made by the Minister of Immigration, the Honorable Mark Miller, where he mentioned that the federal government's main intention is to make sure that international students have a smooth transition when they decide to study in Canada. So they are prepared to do a number of measures to make sure that international students settle and settle comfortably. One of those measures is to possibly, or to explore the possibility of significantly reducing the amount of study permits that's being issued. So it simply means that there's a preparation to reduce the amount of study permit that is being granted, which ultimately will reduce the amount of international students that study in Canada. Now, this is done in an effort to slow or to improve the quality that international students experience when they move to Canada. As it is in 2023 especially, there was so much international students in Canada that it caused a significant strain on the housing market, the job market, and also like services issued provincially like food banks and stuff like that was significantly overused by international students. So in an effort to stem all of these nuances, the government is prepared to reduce or significantly reduce the amount of study permit that's being granted. Now, what do you guys think? Drop a comment and let me know. If your goal is to study in Canada, don't let that deter you. Now, with the reduction of international students, it simply means that in order to fulfill the ambitious immigration targets that has been set out for 2024, where the government intends to settle at least 485,000 permanent residents in Canada, they have to look into different streams outside of international students. So the goal for 2024 is 485,000 permanent residents. That's the immigration goal for Canada for 2024. So one of the things that they are preparing to do, and I saw this on a number of websites, is to reduce the amount of the score and the CRS score for express entry. Now they're prepared to reduce this below 460, which would give a lot more persons the possibility of being selected from the express entry pool. So if you are somebody who is qualified in your home country, you have done your English tests, your IELTS or your CELPIP, and you have enough settlement funds, create an express entry profile, because you may be selected in 2024 because the CRS scores will be reduced, and that's an area that the government is looking to get more immigrants from, rather than focusing primarily on international students or significantly. Instead of focusing primarily on international students, the government will be looking on other streams like the express entry and, most importantly, the provincial nomination streams. Now, one of the things that Canada does very great is immigration. And immigration is multifaceted when it comes to Canada. You have the federal stream, which is the express entry stream. You have your student direct, your international students, different pathways federally. But most importantly, you have provincial streams. And these are some of the streams that persons don't usually look towards a lot, right? But it can be so beneficial for persons to look into the provincial streams. Now, each province in Canada has its own little demo immigration stream. And all you need to do is to go on the province's website, look on their nomination programs, and see what are the requirements. Alberta, for example, the Alberta Opportunity Stream has the Rural Renewal Stream, the Rural Entrepreneurial Stream, just to name a few. In Ontario, you have the Rural and Northern Pilot Program. You have the Atlantic Immigration Stream. You have the BC programs. You have the Saskatchewan Immigration Nomination Program. Each province has its own demo immigration stream. Go on the websites and look where you fit. The thing is with these provincial streams they require either you having a job offer within that province, or you have already worked and studied in that province, right? But look it up and see where you fall. And you might also find that you are qualified to apply directly to a province. And once you get that provincial nomination, that is weighted in gold, right? You are like 99% done with your immigration once you have gotten your provincial nomination. One of the things that is also on the rise is the caregiver program. Now, the caregiver program is a program that allows caregivers to migrate to Canada. Look it up, guys. These are different vehicles that you can use to migrate to Canada in 2024, right? Be a part of the 485,000 that is intended to become permanent residents in Canada. That's a large number. That's a very large number. Like, the population of Jamaica is only almost 3 million. So that's almost a quarter of Jamaican population will be coming to Canada as landed immigrants. Be a part of it. So now let's chat a little bit. Is it worth moving to Canada in 2024? A lot of you guys may be asking these questions because you have seen so many videos in 2023 where they speak about the housing crisis in Canada, speak about the homelessness crisis in Canada, people living underneath bridges, the drugs and overdose, and all of these negative TikTok and videos that you've seen on the internet. Now, moving to a new country is no one else's decision but your own. And I say that to say you are the one who are going to have to make the decision whether or not you make that transition, right? No, but as somebody who has transitioned to Canada, and I've lived in Canada for the past almost 5 years now, I would definitely encourage anybody who has the goal or the dream to migrate to Canada to definitely do it. And the reason why I would suggest that you do it is because Canada has changed my life. And I'm sure that Canada will change your life too. Because I've never met a single individual who has said moving to Canada was the worst decision or they regretted moving to Canada, right? Everybody who I know who have moved to Canada has thought that it was one of the best decisions that they have made. Okay, guys, but when making a decision, you have to make sure that you do proper preparation and proper research, because where you go can make or break your immigration journey. A lot of persons decide to go to the more glamorous destinations in Canada, but the more glamorous destinations are also the most expensive destinations. The more glamorous destinations are also the ones that has the housing crisis, the one that has an exuberant amount of cost of living, and job opportunities are relatively scarce. Now, there might be a lot of jobs, but there's also a lot of people. So that also creates scarcity, right? So your immigration hopes might be dwindled and being lucky when you go there. And then you might have a negative interpretation of what Canada really is. Now, Canada is very big. It's the second largest country on earth. There's so many places you can choose from. My advice would be don't choose the populated areas. The populated areas are not necessarily the best areas for you, but instead transition into a town, into a community that is flexible, gives you exactly what you're looking for as an immigrant in terms of transferability and integration in relatively quick succession, right? Once you have integrated into your new community and you have gotten all that you want, then you can decide to move to the more luxurious destinations. That would be my suggestion. Of course, everybody has their own interpretation of this, but this is based on what I've seen so many immigrants have made a mistake of doing, and I would encourage you guys to be smart and be wise when you decide to move to Canada. Right? Not all that glitters is gold, and don't wait until you get there to say, hey, if I had known. I do this video so I can share a real-life interpretation of what's actually going on the ground. So if you choose to take it, great. If not, fantastic as well. It's totally up to you. That being said, I wish everybody all the best for 2024. We look forward to bigger and better things in 2024. We love and we appreciate each and every one of you guys. We cannot do this without you guys. So every time you hit that like button, every time you drop a comment, every time you hit subscribe, it really helps us out. So take a second to do one of those things right now. Become a part of the Andersons family. All right, guys, big up on yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.